Want to see someone systematically disprove everything you have read about trading stocks and expose how and why you will consistently lose money if you aren't doing it right? Click the link in the description to check it out for yourself. But now for today's video.
The question, which stock should I trade in today? Answer by wealth buildup. How often have you purchased a stock on somebody's recommendation to make a speedy buck and sat tight for a considerable length of time, might be years, to simply recoup your cost? Offer exchanging, specialists caution, is a dangerous amusement. Be that as it may, it's conceivable to play it insightfully and make a snappy buck too. Types of trades. You can exchange offers and wares. In any case, in India, retail financial specialists essentially exchange stock fates and alternatives because of sheer volumes. Exchanging implies purchasing and offering a stock that day or holding it for only 2 to 3 days. The previous is called intraday exchange. The last is called swing exchange. Positional exchange by and large includes taking a more extended position and holding a stock for 2 to 3 weeks. Security tips for managing market instability. This depends to an expansive degree on how much capital is accessible, what number of chances you can investigate, and your insight into specialized examination. The profits rely upon your hazard craving, how much cash you contribute, and what number of your exchanges end up being productive. You can make 3 to 4% out of a day or even lose cash. Trading tips. While one can get numerous exchanging tips, their execution is vital. Derek Selick, ace teacher at Online Trading Academy, says, it's a skirmish of feelings. Exchanging is basic, however difficult. You must be restrained. The significance of teach and share exchanging can't be overstressed. That is on the grounds that as a rule, when individuals are profiting, voracity influences them to sit tight for additional, thus they don't book benefits. At the point when the costs fall, fear influences them to offer quick. These circumstances can be stayed away from on the off chance that they know when to book benefit/misfortune. On the off chance that misfortunes are not a hindrance and the market's crazy ride developments give you a high, here are a couple of propensities and aptitudes that can enable you to remain in good shape. These are valuable for informal investors and also positional dealers. Train. The way to progress is a stop misfortune arrange. Stop misfortune enables a broker to offer a stock when it slides to a specific cost. Assume you purchase offers of organization and at 100 rupees and set a stop misfortune at 95 rupees. At the point when the value tumbles to 95 rupees, the offers will be sold consequently. This implies you have restricted your misfortune to 5 rupees. While entering an exchange, you ought to be clear about how much misfortune you will acknowledge. Expertise. Trading is an ability, says Derek. You need to realize what not to do alongside what you ought to do. You ought to likewise know how to spot novices and trap them and how to take positions. Likewise, you ought to rush to get in and snappy to get out, he says. A great deal of beginners in the market purchase at a wrong point. A talented dealer recognizes such individuals and takes a contrary position to trap them. Arranging. One ought to recognize a couple of stocks and spotlight on them. Least capital. Only those with a capital of at any rate 2 lakh rupees can exchange for an important pickup. Be that as it may, this capital ought not be obtained and ought not be a piece of your center funds. Individuals can likewise exchange with less, however volumes are vital. Along these lines, a specific least capital is an absolute necessity. Stock volumes. A stock ought to have enough volumes for it to be tradable. As per Selick, it ought to have a base day-by-day normal volume of 500,000 offers. For those simply beginning, exchanging Nifty 50 stocks is a smart thought, he says. Value run. What would it be a good idea for you to do with an offer which has high volumes however very little value development? You ought to lean toward imparts to a base value scope of 10 rupees. This implies the normal distinction between a stock's intraday high and intraday low ought to be at any rate 10 rupees. Timings. Look for the most unstable market timings. Derek says 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. is a decent time to exchange Indian securities exchanges. Instability. Any stock with a positive beta of 1 or above is great. A beta of 1 implies the stock will move in accordance with the market. In the event that the market falls 2%, the stock will likewise fall 2%. One can take a gander at a most extreme beta of 2 or 2.5, not more than that, cautions Derek. One can locate a stock's beta in the exchanging programming. Supply-demand. One needs to know the free market activity of individual stocks. In the event that the quantity of offers available to be purchased is more, one ought not purchase the stock, and the other way around. To know whether The offer amount is progressively or the purchase amount is more. One can't depend on the offer and ask numbers accessible on the screen. Just a specialized investigation can help distinguish the free market activity in singular stocks, says Selick. News flow. Never exchange on news which is out in the market. It takes a couple of minutes at a stock cost to change in accordance with any news. Normal out. When the cost of a stock begins falling, individuals purchase more to normal out. In exchanging, it's a strict no. As an expert dealer, I could never normal out. It's a losing exchange. The exchange is turning sour. I would rather sit tight for the opportune time to enter once more, Makwana says. Do you think you can immediately start trading with all these tips? The answer is no. One needs to develop a few skills, including the ability to understand technical analysis. Trading is a simple process, but not easy, says Selick at Wealth Buildup Financial Services. Answer by Sarla Kumari. Birla Money. Stock has completed the retesting level. Now stock is ready to fly. Intraday day as well as positional. At Zerodha, all stock investments are free and a maximum of 20 rupees is charged per executed order for options, futures, commodities, and currencies. Charges. Equity and mutual fund investment, 0 brokerage. F&O and commodity trading, flat 20 rupees per order. Click here to open account in 2 minutes. Open online account. Answer by David Ford. A couple of new areas of interest for me are the blockchain stocks, the technology behind Bitcoin, and marijuana stocks. These are both very speculative and risky, and will quickly teach you a lot of lessons because it's easy to make mistakes with them. Otherwise, stick with companies involved in emerging growth technologies, such as companies that make technology involved in the Internet of Things. These are companies that make electronic tags for things, and so on.